Alrighty, good morning. I initially tried to do the Hell House Shinryu, and I tried twice, and then I died, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take advantage of this campaign while I can. Fuck that stupid Hell House. I'm done with that shit. Well, we'll have to deal with the Shinryus that we do end up getting with, in the end later, but in the meantime, while this reroll shit is free, let's just take advantage of it while we can. What am I doing, working harder, not smarter, and all that? Well, these guys are mitigating quite a bit, but I think that'll be fine for us for the most part. Here, I just want to make sure everyone has their shields up. This is a Ruby Conte's fight. I remember this being not that difficult the first time around. He kind of just soloed it, and I think I didn't even have his BT, so it tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. Like, I do think you need a fire enchanted FR to deal with these guys as a force mechanic, but luckily they don't actually have like a... They don't supercharge themselves up all the way. They'll be fine for the most part. Here I just want to go ahead and outcharge them. And we do have some pretty good units in red, so I figured sticking with red would be a good investment for the most part. And we got support units like Aerith. You got some pretty good DPS units like Rex. There's some utility in characters like Urasame. A lot of good stuff. I figured it's worth looking into for the most part. I don't remember if these guys inflict debuffs at all, but Aerith's gonna make that trivial. Doesn't matter. And here I think we just go ahead and let's give ourselves some room. The break plus delay, we're gonna have more than enough turns. I do believe this is a 40 turn count, but we're not gonna need that many in all honesty. I think Rex is just gonna blow through these guys. Because that's what Rex does. He does Rex things. Just gonna holy. Just so we could give ourselves a little bit of time to charge that overhead. Because Aerith, I've noticed, has a harder time getting that overhead charged if you don't go into it before FR phase. Because her FR Echo doesn't charge it all the way. It's only like 50,000, or maybe even like a little less than that. So it's better to get her up and going. Here I think we just make sure we have our LB up, because that Thunder Enchanting is important. And I think we could charge and kill them before they actually become a problem. So all is fine. Yeah, I did try that Hell House a few times, and I was like, I kind of forgot how stupid that shit was, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. We will have to deal with whatever Shinryu we're handed with later, though. Just because, the re-rolling's not free. I think it'll cost gems later, but right now, because it's free, let's just take advantage of it. Why make things more difficult? I really should take that advice when I play Tekken, when I'm playing Lars, but Oh, and 7, we did bring her just because I feel like I never really get a chance to use 7 these days. And I was like, you know what? That was a good time. Why not? She is more single target focused, but I think that's not going to be that much of an hindrance for this fight in particular. Here we are running low on skill, or we are running low on Seal Evil and the EX buff. So just go ahead and try and apply that to them real quick. Wow, 7 is super fast. PC acting up just a little bit there. And here we're just going to... I guess we just keep slashing him. We just keep focusing on this guy in particular. Why? Because I don't like him, that's why. They're going to take some turns here, but with the Aerith's gold frame buff, they're not going to be able to do anything to us, so it's perfectly fine. Right, and the Hero, that just means that's going to stack up as well. So that's good for us. Don't worry, Rex, you'll be fine. We'll make it to 12, but... you'll be in the first 5 minutes. That's good at least. And I forget if these thresholds are super dangerous. I think they might just attack, but as long as we have that gold frame buff, we'll be more than fine. Free skill? I think we just blade combo. We could have also brought Aerith up just so we could charge to this last part of the gauge, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. I don't think these guys are scary enough to warrant that. This is like one of her few AoE attacks. And it's like mostly just splash too, so it's fine. Oh, these guys braving a lot. And here we're just gonna go ahead and get the FR train started. We don't have to worry about any canceling conditions because they did not charge fast at all. And I think this fight's gonna be so much easier than that Hell House fight I was trying to do. I was trying to brute force it, not gonna lie, and I was not having too much success with it. A lot of mechanics going on there. Too much brain thinking, you know. Who wants to think these days? What the hell? Right, this is no. I was like, why did we do 0 damage? And that's just because we haven't charged that at all. Or we're probably just gonna double Echo with 7 BT effect with Rex, and then just melt the boss. Yeah, it was like less than 50k. You know, not super ideal. But I think this fight's basically over. With how much damage output Rex has, oh man. And it's only going to get better because we're going to be focusing on the red crystal. There were a few other crystals I was thinking about too, like green in particular is very good because, you know, Ren's in there, Iris is in there. Sephiroth, if that is his intersecting wheels, that's going to be coming out. Very strong unit. A lot of good stuff, Yeah, I was also considering black and even yellow. Just because yellow has Tifa, it has Charlotta, it has Balthier. But I think sticking with red's probably going to be for the best for the most part. At least for my particular box, you know, everyone's box is going to look a little different. Oh no. Anyway. 4. Let's see, and here... Yeah, let's just put the snake bite on A now. We've been bullying B too much. We've been bullying him a little too much. And I think BT effect and then Rain's Call, and I think that'll be the run. Much easier than what... Jesus Christ, 15 million? That did a grip. Unfortunately, 7 gets a little overshadowed these days just because, you know, there's a lot of other single target damage dealers that provide a little more than what she does. Like, particularly like General Leo. You know, him providing that BT follow-up is really strong. Then not having a BT of her own. Like, she does have her whip follow-up, but I think just her damage output in general falls a little short. Particularly because, you know, who wants to invest in a 5 out of 5 ultimate weapon? I do have a 0 out of 5 whip, but, you know, that was pretty cheap. It was only like 50. And I don't plan on putting any more resources into that, so, you know. A little unfortunate, but it is what it is. They really should just change the whip weapons to unique, and I think that would have solved the issue. Do we need to do another Echo here? I don't think we do. But we're gonna do it just so we can maximize the damage on him anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Oh wow, A really wants to take some turns and concentrate. Go ahead and exploit that weakness. And I think on Rex's turn this fight's basically over. I am thinking about I'm not sure if I'm gonna max out crystals all the way. I think I'll just max out into a certain passive that I want. And then from there, I'll think about investing in other colors. Like for red, for example, like the defense passive is going to be super useful. Like, especially because Beatrix is coming out later today. And I do plan on using gems for her. Yeah, initially it was going to be Orin, but, you know. A tank's a tank, and I think Beatrix, you know, I already have her FR anyway, so just getting her BT will be pretty... Hopefully we get lucky, but, you know, I don't want to press my luck that much. I don't even think we need Reigns. But we're gonna do it because Lamau. Yeah, you know. So we might as well just overkill him. Then, especially after I got spanked by that freaking Hell House twice, I was like, you know what? I'm kinda sick of this nonsense. Let's just re-roll it while we can. There'll probably be some weeks where it's like super difficult and we won't really have an option except deal with difficult fights, but you know. Who knows? Like, if they're assholes, they might not even be done with the Hell House. Like, it could be a Dare to Defy, and we don't even know it. I can see that happening. Holy crap, Rex. Jesus. Concentration broken. I think the BT is overkill. Let's overkill him. Oh yeah, red's I think it's going to be a color that I'll be more than happy with. Particularly because I get a lot of use out of characters like Kurosame anyway. Like, I use him in like almost every Dare to Defy. I try and fit him in a lot of other fights he probably shouldn't fit. And that's just because I think he's a cool character. I really like him in Type 0. He was Senpai Man. And he did get Concentrate. And this is like more than what we need. Oh, and yeah, I think for the most part, the upcoming fights, I heard Beatrix's fight coming up for Lightning's event is actually super easy. Like, I heard it's like a joke Shinryu where it's like they have no mechanics whatsoever. And it's not even that much HP when you compare it to what we just had too. And when I was reading, it's only like 180 million each. And you know, we just had... This ended before I even got started. This ended before I even got started. A little unfortunate, but you know. When you compare Shinryu's, it's crazy. The difficulty level, like when you compare the house to these guys, where you know it was a non-issue. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Not every DFFOO fight could be, you know, a strenuous, thought-provoking challenge, I guess. But you know, sometimes I think people do get a little annoyed when like we do have fights like that. I know most people were avoiding the Hell House, and I try to take it on, but you know, I only have so much time in the day, and I kind of want to sleep. So, forgive me for taking advantage of this summer campaign where it's free, and I don't have to worry about gem usage. Down the line, I'm sure we're gonna have to deal with it, especially because I don't want to deal with spending gems just to reroll. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll just figure it out. Or worst case scenario, I just not do the color I want for that week. It's not really that big of a deal. Like what, 700 crystals for the week? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But yeah, that was the run. Very very uneventful compared to the house. But you know. Who wants to deal with that shit? Let me guys, or if you guys did the house for the first one, let me know. And if you did it for which crystal color, because I was, even with Aerith in the team, I was having quite a bit of difficulty. I got him down to 2%, and then he got to his 20% first time, and I was like, you know, I don't feel like slogging through that again. So I just didn't. Then it was like Seven's fault too. I was like praising her, and then she took an extra turn in the last forced time turn, and I was like, no, that should have gone direct. And things went really bad. But there you go, boys. That's the run. Crystal Quest, what, number 1? Level 3? Not nearly as hard as the Hell House. If you can reroll the Hell House, I'd advise it, because that fight is fucked up. Anyways, take it easy.